one last thing. So do you remember that question I asked you at the start? So that's been sort of percolating in your brain. Has anything risen up to the surface?
I'm Boris Peacock and I'm Artistic Director of Blowfish Theatre. We make satirical musicals about contemporary politics. Yeah, so we started off making Boris the Musical in 2016 as a response to the referendum and that sort of hot, strange summer where things went kind of a bit sort of different, certainly, and everyone thought we'd sort of gone a bit crazy. So we just kind of made this very quickly, very sort of on a budget and very sort of speedily just assembled this Boris the Musical, and it sort of spiraled out of control. So to do live theatre about satire is tricky because, you know, it's has to be up to date, it has to be topical, it goes out of date really quickly, but the flip side of that is you get this really nice connection with people who are watching things unfold that they've already watched, and politics has got a bit crazy, hasn't it? I suppose the process of going from idea to show is we start with the script, which I write and sort of think about, you know, what to leave out. Really, there's always so much material, as people never stop telling me. I personally sort of see it as sort of job well done. At the end, when you get the bows, it's not, oh they love me, oh they love me. It's more, yeah, nailed that, right, off to the pub sort of thing. We tend to come back to narcissism, we always come back to ego, and then we always, when people ask me, how can you satirise these people? One of the ways I sort of answer it for myself is that a lot of the time you're not satirising them, you're kind of satirising us. Like, we vote for these people. Yeah, Boris the Musical 3 runs from sort of where we left off in Boris the Musical 2, so it starts in the general election of 2019. Boris is already Prime Minister going into the election, Parliament's prorogued, and we wrote all that before the pandemic. And then obviously we've had this gap, so now the show extends through 2020, the year that was, into 2021. So Boris the Musical 3, yeah, we're touring in autumn. We start in September. We're doing Oxford, Castle Doncaster, Theatre Deli Sheffield, Carriageworks Leeds, Town and Gown Cambridge, Old Church Stock Birmingham, and hopefully a few more we're still sort of adding to the list. There was one time that I locked myself out backstage. That wasn't ideal. I had a very quick costume change, had to run round the back of a theatre in Birmingham, kicked the door that was wedged open, forgot something. I went through it, I went back, knocked it, had to go back, couldn't, so then I had to sort of re-enter the scene from completely the wrong point. Everyone was looking the wrong way. But you know, this sort of thing happens, and we just roll with it. Yeah, very much a bit of a clanger.